Hey, what's up? It's Brad. I just got top 8 at the Texas State Championship in Copper's Cove, and I wanted to show you guys my Golden Frieza deck. The leader, clearly Golden Frieza. I really like the deck. I was gonna play Vegeta, but I didn't feel comfortable. Every time I looked at the stack of cards, I just felt like it wasn't that good. And so I decided to play this instead. When I got to the event, I tried to buy Clan of Terror Mecha Friezas, and literally no one would sell them to me. I had a really hard time trying to get the card, and I couldn't find them, and I kind of just said screw and play without them. So the deck looks kind of budget because I don't have them in there, and it's just because literally no one would sell them to me there. So there's that. It was 7 rounds. I lost 2. I was really high seeded, so I got in top 8. So here's the deck. I played 4 Sorbet, 4 Guldo, and 4 of the Avenging Frieza. I mean, clearly you play 4 of each of these because you want to get Golden Frieza's effect. It's broken. 4 Dodoria. I mean, you pretty much like Avenging Frieza, dig for that card. Card's insane. 4 Destructive Occupation Frieza. When it gets late game, you start summoning this card, and because like it starts giving you things to pop off to get Frieza's effect without having to summon the 1-drops after you pressure your opponent with it. And it lets you pop it with Cooler or remove it from the game so you can start summoning stuff out of the grave. Since I couldn't find Clan of Terror Mecha Friezas, I just played 4 of Mecha Frieza, the Returning Terror. And let me tell you, I destroyed people with this card at 4. I was just... I don't understand. This card's like actually amazing. Of course, I wish I could have solved my opponent's hand all day, but it didn't happen. I didn't have the card. So I played 4 of it because I just wanted to play this deck anyways. 1 of the Full Power Frieza, the 6-drop. I never summoned it. I wanted to, I thought about it, but I kind of just won by the time it was like turn 6 or 7 for Cooler. Of course, I played 2 Cooler. And that was all I played for like the Friezas, like the big guys. On top of that, I played 3 Cold Bloodlust. After the ruling, people thought this card's like not as good, so I suppose they thought that not a lot of people would actually play Bloodlust, but the card's insane. The card, it just put in work all weekend. Like, Cell matchup was easy, you know, the mirror match was bleh, but, you know, against Soul Striker, card's insane if you can, like, pop off next turn. And then I played the 2 Crusher Balls, wanted to play this as well, because I just felt like it was really good. And when I got to the event, there were 70 people there, and I saw at least 20 people playing some sort of a yellow deck. So I actually played 2 Battering Laser instead of 1, because I didn't have the Clan of Terrors, and I kind of wanted a next level people when I couldn't look at their hands, so it seemed like a good meta call. And then I played the 1 Frieza's Call, because like playing the 5th Avenging Frieza, I wish I could find room for another one of these, because Avenging Frieza is insane. That was all for the yellow cards. I played the 4 Boo, Standard, the 1 Beerus. It came up every once in a while, like a double striker 4-drop. I just had the room in the deck for it, actually. So I kind of just threw it in to pop stuff every once in a while, charge it if I had to. And then I played 3 Senzu Bean and 3 Whis' Coercion and 2 Results of Training. I felt like I was drawing enough, and I didn't really know how the aggro matchups and stuff would go, so I kind of didn't want to play 3s. Like, just drawing into like these cards when you really would rather combo is like really sorry. And so like drawing into events at the wrong time kind of doesn't work with this deck too well, because you really feel bad about charging cards like this, but it happens. And after that, I played the 2 Mass Saiyan. I could have honestly played this card at 3. Card was kind of insane. It came down a lot, won a lot of games. Overrun was really good. Like, pressure your opponent with this. Overall, the deck worked really well. I wish I would have had the Clan of Terror Mecha Friezas. That would have made my life a lot better. Like, looking at my opponent's hand, taking 10Ks out and stuff, probably could have won my matches that I lost, honestly, with the advantage I could have gotten on my opponent for that. Then, of course, you play, like, Yusai Deezin when you're playing, like, grindy matchups and decks that you, like, really need, like, aggro. And then grindy games of Soul Striker. If you're playing against someone who likes to leave you at 4, you can play the Results of Training, or at 5. You play the 2 Yajirobis, Revenge Blocker, makes sense, it's good. 3 Jocko, card's also insane, like, against combo decks, it's a 0-drop, I net a bunch of advantage, I can put combos back in your hand and then beat you next turn, because I naturally have more cards than you. 2 Manaka, put cells and stuff back in the deck. I mean, kind of self-explanatory. 2 more beers just in case I felt like it was a grind game versus the versus Soul Striker. If I like want to grind out, I can have more double strikers and more beers as the pop. And then I played the 1 Mass Saiyan because having a third one, like I just thought like put it in the side deck to maybe put it in the main deck, like to see how 3 would work out throughout the tournament if I felt like I could get away with it. And then the 4th Bloodlust and the 3rd Crusher Ball. Crusher Ball, of course, against aggro matchups. And for 4th Bloodlust, if I like the heavy green decks and stuff, you kind of want to like see this card's like really important against starter coup and stuff because like their Gotenks is their swing card, and so if you just have Cold Bloodlust for their Gotenks and you play the equal amount of this as their Gotenks, and you'll probably almost always have it because you draw more. Card just like insane pressure against that matchup. But yeah, it's my deck list. I got 7th place. I didn't split. I just left after top 8 because they played for the winter mat, and the winter mat was like scuffed up. People had messed up, and I really just didn't want to mess up mat if I won. So I just drove 2 hours home after like 1 o'clock in the morning when I got top 8. But yeah, take it easy.